guys. So now we are on the vents on the Maytag MVW C300VW. So it is doing again, and also it did spin. I think it did spin kind of fast as well. Like I actually heard it, which you guys will hear the sound of it spinning. I'll make the video of that as well. But now this is gonna be events. I mean, look how well spun out these towels are. That's because I think this top loader maybe goes up to 800 to 950 RPMs, I think, or maybe 1000. But now this will give us an opportunity to see how it fills up. Like there they are right there. There's the water. It is already getting up. So remember at the beginning before we started the wash, I said that the tub does not move, but the agitator moves only during the wash. Well, since it did a mini spin, the tub did spin this time. But now it's going to do the deep wash and deep rinse. So instead of a spray rinse, it'll do a deep rinse. Like on my washer, it does a spray rinse as a default, but with extra rinse, it will do a spray rinse and deep rinse. That's on my washer. But on this one, since it has an extra rinse, if you would turn that on, then it would probably do a 2 deep rinses as the extra rinse. You see how fast it filled up? Yeah. Since the reason why it fills up so fast is because because of the water spray, it probably makes the water flow faster than the HE top loaders that we have today. I mean, mine's not an HE, but mine's not a high efficiency top loader, and neither is this one. But if you compare the water spray, mine has several valves spraying out water coming in there, but this one has just one big whole water valve. But also, if you notice that the towels already are getting soaked in there because of how much water it's using. And also to see how it feels, look at the holes right there. Yeah. So again, it does take time to fill up, but not as much time as mine does. And also another reason is that on the control board there's no like deep fill button to add extra water, just mechanical timers. See? And also it does the same thing. Like as it fills, the towels kind of float up as well. And yeah. This is a very nice old school washer. But I don't know the model year of it, which I believe it's probably between 2002 and 2005. One of those two. Because this looks like a very old washer. But so we can... Oh. See how fast it's going? Gonna keep going. And also with the agitator, it does the same thing. Okay, I'm going to close the lid so it can start washing or doing the agitation. And again, since this washer has very good wash action, if it washes very quickly, then it's going to rinse very quick. Because if you look here, there's the rinse style, there's a rinse part, and then it's going to go here to the spin, and it's probably going to spin quick, and then it will turn off. There, that'll be the end of the cycle. Okay, so it should start making that same agitation noise again right now. Yeah, I also noticed that this washer kind of sits here for a few seconds before it starts agitating. There we go. Just like sometimes on my washer, it just sits there for a little bit and then starts agitating again. Yeah. So this washer kind of has something similar and others not so much. Okay. And also, while it's agitating, it kind of sounds like an air conditioner. So that also means that these old school washers, they kind of made different sounds as well. And also the reason this is a large load is because the towels are really thick. I know I could have said that at the beginning of the video, but I didn't. But also, with these washers back then, the HE washers, they're energy saving and and water saving. Well, these guys actually work quite good. They're workhorses. Like they work very hard. That's how there's a lot of definitions. So it works very hard by using a lot of water and using a lot of electricity. So that means it will cost more in the long run. Which I know. One thing I dislike about top loaders, but they actually get close screen. Like some people don't care about that. Like, oh, it still makes suds even during the rinse. But they'll probably rinse them out as it gets right about here. So also when it gets right about here, it should start draining and then start spinning, which I don't know. So now let's take a quick time to see how long it would take to wash and do all the process. So this would be white soil, which would probably be or this is white soil, and it will probably take like 5 minutes to wash. In between would be like 10 minutes. Regular would be 15. In between would be 20, and heavy is 25. So that means it does not take that much time to wash. But for counting the total amount of time, if this was on light, the rinse would probably take like 5 minutes. The rinse would probably take like 10 or 15 minutes. With small, that would, with white soil for the wash, that would would be 25 minutes, and then the spin, I believe it takes another 10 minutes, so that'll be 35 minutes for light. In between, oh, I think it might already start draining as well. So I'll just stand here real quick for the sound of the machine spinning and draining, which the drain is about to happen right now. Here we go. Yeah, sits there for a little bit. Yeah, so drain is kind of loud, and so is the spinning. That's because the motors on this machine, or on these old school washers and drain pumps, they sound much different. Well, it's because I think the motor and drain pump have a higher quality than the motors in today's washers and drain pumps. Like if they're quiet, then they're not so much high quality. But if they're loud like this, then that means it's high, which is another thing that I like. Except they may be irritating for if you have little children. See? Also, drain very fast. Now it's going to start spinning fast as well. And also, in person, it kind of makes a buzzing noise as it spins, and when I touch it, I kind of feel that buzzing as well. But also with suspension rods, it does have very good. These old school ones have very good suspension rods. That means less shaking, less spinning. Oh. I don't know what it's going to do now. Or it might probably wait for a few seconds until it gets to spin. Like, oh. So it should start spinning. Yeah. That is loud. But like I said, you have higher quality. Okay. Now the sound has gone down a little bit, which means that the drain pump turned off and it's just going to be the motor spinning. Yep. Now we're getting into the spin. Or maybe it might be doing the spray vents. Yeah. Maybe it does do a deep vents and spray vents. Yep, that was a spray vent. So that means now that I learned on this washer is that with the extra vents off, it defaults to 2 vents, one deep vent and 1 spray vents. But I think on extra vents on, then it would probably do with 2 deep vents and 1 spray vents, which is a lot of rinsing. But that's only if you wanted to rinse more. Okay. Well, now for the part where I said it's loud, it's probably not that loud anymore.